guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, my name's Audrey and I post acting videos. So today I'm going to be talking about how you can be on your favorite TV show pretty easily. This is called extra work. So those people in the background, you know, shopping at the supermarket, on the beach in Outer Banks, those are all extras and they are normal people. They are usually not actors or actresses. They're literally just normal people that want to get paid to stand. Now, extra work is not easy. I will tell you that. I've been an extra in The Darkest Minds, which is a movie. I've also been an extra in like several things you've probably never heard about. And I've also been an extra in a very popular 1980s TV show with kid stars and a monster. And it may or may not have been a winter dance scene, but we're not going to talk about that because one thing you need to be aware of is if you are an actor or an aspiring actor and you're an extra on a TV show, that can actually affect you being a big part, because if they see you in the background in like a dance scene, then if they see you as a number in a lab, then that's like a contradiction to the story. So if you do want to do acting work where you have lines and you have an agent and you're actively auditioning, I would recommend not doing extra work. Me, I put myself in a little pickle. I did extra work and then I got an agent, and my agent got me auditions for a really big TV show, so I had to bury a lot of things about when I was an extra because I wasn't seen. I was not seen, so I wouldn't have ruined the plot. If I had, I would have been honest, but I wasn't even seen. So I could audition. I don't know if that all makes sense, but you know what I mean. So if you do want to act and you already have an agent, I would recommend not doing extra work. But if you just want to be on your favorite TV show or you feel like you're not ready to be auditioning for big roles, might as well get some on-set experience and be in your favorite movie or TV show. Movies are very safe because if you're not already auditioning, you're probably not going to get an audition for a movie by the time it's done filming. So you can go ahead and be an extra. TV shows are a little more tricky because, you know, they come back for seasons later and later and later. You know, Stranger Things is on its last season, so if you don't feel like you're going to be ready for a lead role, might as well go be an extra because they're going to be done filming soon. But, you know, Outer Banks, The Summer I Turned Pretty, those are all continuously happening, so I'd hold off on those. Anyways, that was a long rant that those of you who don't act do not care about. But to be an extra, you need no experience, you don't need a headshot, you literally just need to have a pulse. Extra work is not easy though, so it's a really, really fun experience, very fun. You get to see how sets work, you get to meet actors, you get to be on camera, like it is fun, but it's very long. They usually treat you terribly, you know, sometimes you're in the sun, you don't eat very often. There's a law, I think, where they only have to feed you every 12 hours. I'll Google it and make sure I'm right. But yeah, like when you're on sets, they will specifically bring extras on set and only keep them to where they only have to feed them one meal. So there are times where you will be very hungry, you will be very hot, and they do not care about you. I'm going to talk a little bit about photo doubles and stand-ins. You do get treated better if you're a photo double or a stand-in, and you'll find the castings through the same different ways that I'm going to talk about in this video. So first, this is actually going to come as a shock, I bet, but Facebook pages. Facebook pages are the way to be an extra. Lead roles, maybe not, but extra work, Facebook pages. So if you want to be in Outer Banks, Kimmy Stewart Casting, Kimmy Stewart Casting does the casting for Outer Banks. They've done a lot of stuff, and it really depends on where the show or movie that you want to be in is filming. So since Outer Banks is filmed in North Carolina, it's Kimmy Stewart Casting, and they do a lot of the North Carolina film. You really just need to follow the Facebook page and you'll see active postings. So when the show or movie you're trying to be in starts filming, you'll start to see Facebook posts. And the reason I say you need to follow them is if you just check in like once a week, you're probably not going to get it. You need to be checking daily. So just have it on your Facebook feed, try to check daily, because the sooner and the faster that you submit, the more likely you are to get cast, because they're not like looking for usually a specific look, they're just looking for a person. And so I would recommend checking daily so you can be one of the first people to submit. Even turn on like the post notifications. Once you know that the specific thing that you're trying to get in is filming, just turn the post notifications on, be checking, be one of the first people to submit. And then once you film for them once, usually they'll keep calling calling you back and keep calling you back because they already have your paperwork, they've already had you before, like they'll just keep, so you'll get to film many days, and you do get paid most of the time. For like a big project, you do get paid. I would recommend Kimmy Stewart Casting Tailor Made casts for Stranger Things, extra work. A lot in Atlanta is through Casting Tailor Made. So since Stranger Things is Atlanta, they use Casting Tailor Made along with many other shows that I'm sure you've heard of. And then North Carolina is Kimmy Stewart. And the way you can find these is find the movie or TV show that you're wanting to be in and Google extras casting call for da 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 da. And you'll see old listings probably, and you'll see what Facebook pages or what casting directors post for those, and then you need to start following and checking up on them, because the old ones, the old listings, they've already cast, they've already filled, but you want to be there for the next ones. So really just Googling them, you should be able to like track like, okay, who's been consistently casting for Outer Banks, who's been consistently casting for this movie that I want to be in, and then you just follow that person and be looking. You can also use Actors Access, which you guys know I'm a huge fan of. Actors Access is phenomenal. Project Casting, Southern Casting Call, a lot of these are on the East Coast because that's where I'm from. West Coast I'm sure has like all of the same things. You really just need to Google it and find what you're looking for, and then just keep researching, keep up with them. So if you really just want to experience being an extra or be on set, you really just want to be on a set, you don't care what it's on, you should look up like your closest film hub to you. So the closest big city to where you live, to where you could travel to comfortably. Research that, and then research casting calls, extras casting calls for Charlotte, North Carolina, extras casting calls for Greensboro. You know, research extras casting calls around that area, and there might not be any active ones right now, but you should be able to find an extras casting director that's like actively casting for your area, and then you can just follow them, and you know, you'll be seeing updated casting calls. And also if you start working with that extras casting director and you know, you don't come back from set and they were like, oh, that extra was terrible, like they're gonna call you back, they're gonna keep using you. A lot of these extra casting directors get people that they love and they'll just keep using them. They'll even send you casting calls before they post them. So if you really are thinking about doing extra work a lot, that's a great thing. Build a relationship with that extra casting director. You honestly do get decent pay, but stand-in and photo doubles will be posted the same way. You get paid better, you get treated better because it's more of a specific thing they're going for. You know, you have to be the person's height, kind of their body type, their hair, and you'll find those on the same sites. And usually the stand-ins or photo doubles will be used throughout the entire season or throughout the whole movie, and so you'll be getting paid a decent amount, and it'll definitely be worth your time, and it's also really fun. So if you do want to be in a certain show super bad but you don't live near it, you will need to pay for your own travel, hotel, food, everything. They won't pay for that. They pretty much only cast extras that are local or are willing to work as local. So if it's something that you're just dying to be in or you really want to meet the cast, then I would recommend submitting and not telling them where you live or telling them that you're willing to work as local, but only do this if you really can go to set, because you will be blacklisted if you say, oh, I can make it, I can go here, and then you don't show up. Like, you will be blacklisted and that casting director will never call you back again. And if you are going as a fan, this is your reminder that like you technically are there to work and you're getting paid. And a lot of times they use code names and everything because they really don't want fans on set, because number one, like, these are the actor's job. You know, they don't owe the fans anything when they're on set. Like, yes, when they're at a meet and greet, anywhere else, like, yes, they owe the fans at least like human decency. But on sets, actors can be very rude. You never know what they're going through. They could be method, they could have had a really hard day. Like, hours as an actor are insane. Like, you can be working 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. or later. Like, it's crazy hours. So if you are going to like meet the actors, you can have great experiences and you can meet the actors and they can be great, and it could totally be great. But it could also be a huge letdown because these actors are there to work and they can be very mean, and we honestly cannot be mad at them for that because they're literally just there to work, and it can be a very stressful job. And so I don't want you guys to go and have your hopes up and then for them to be crushed, or for your experience with your favorite actor to like ruin your image of them. And you will get in trouble if you fangirl too much, and usually on sets they don't really like for you to take pictures. You'd have to feel it out when you get there and see what kind of set you're on, and you could possibly get a picture. And a lot of times extras that work on the same project for a long time, you know, they get to know the cast, they can take pictures, the cast is nice to them. But especially if it's like your first day, you really need to try to be respectful and just like read the room and navigate that well. But that's like my little disclaimer for like, don't get your hopes up. But it's such a cool experience to like watch something you love being filmed, watch it afterwards, see the behind the scenes, get to tell your friends like, look, there I am in that show. Like, it is a great experience. I'm not discounting that, but I also don't want you guys to be like, meet and greet, you know, and then to get in trouble, because set can be scary. People take that very seriously, as they should. Yeah, I think that's kind of everything. If you have any questions about extra work or just acting in general, let me know in the comments. I try to answer everyone, or you can DM me on Instagram. If you guys are an aspiring actress or actor, or you're interested in that and you want to get your career started, subscribe. We're all a little community of people trying to make it, and I make tons of acting videos. You guys can leave video suggestions down below in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.